皆さんこんにちは。つねチャンネルのつねちゃんです。前回のキングダムカムはメンハートと待ち合わせをしていた盗賊の情報からロブナ近くの炭焼き職人のもとへ行きました。そこで謎の騎士ウーリヒと会い、メンハートは死んでしまったことを聞いたヘンリー。代わりにウーリヒから偽造硬貨を製造する過程を書いた文章をトビアス・フェイファーに持っていくというものでしたね。では前回の続きからキングダムカム、皆様と一緒に楽しんでいこうと思います。よろしくお願いします。はい、というわけでですね、早速ラッタイに来て、一夜を、一回寝て過ごしたヘンリー、体力も回復してますね。で、これからトビアスさんに会いたいんですけれども、こっちの方ですかね。あ、彼ですね。じゃあちょっと話しかけていきましょ
う。God be with you, lad. What can I do for you?
Master Fayfar, I need to speak with you. I found out something about the counterfeit coin.
Did you really? Do tell.
Close to Rovna, I came across a wagon that was transporting the false coins. Unfortunately, I came too late. The carter and his men were dead.
Damn and blast. Do you know who did it?
Yes. A certain knight turned up there. Turned out he was also after the forgers.
Well, that is indeed unexpected. Tell me, what did he say?
His name is Ulrich. He looked like a knight, but he refused to show his master's colours.
Ulrich, you say? Could be anyone. Can you describe him?
An older man with a moustache. But for all his grey hairs, he seemed pretty tough to me.
Doesn't match anyone I've heard of. But then we don't even know if Ulrich is his real name.
I asked him who his liege was, but he refused to tell me.
We live in such strange times. In days past, knights would vie with each other to see who could extol their liege's name the loudest. And today, they take assumed names, hide their emblems, and sneak around the land like thieves.
I got the impression he was hiding his identity because his master's at odds with Sir Radzig.
That may well be. As a staunch supporter of the king, Sir Radzig has many enemies.
He told me that the fake money was being taken to Passau in exchange for gold coins, then that real money was being brought back to the Bohemian lands.
That would explain why those fakes bear the Passau countermark.
His master is allied with the Passau alderman, and they told him to sort it all out.
I wonder who could be behind it all.
He gave me these documents to show you. He seemed to think they prove he was telling the truth. They're the records of the interrogations in Passau, and some other things he said you'd understand better than him.
Let me see. We, the aldermen of the city of Passau, interrogation held this day, put to pen by the questor. The place of origin is a monastery in the land of Bohemia. Which certainly confirms my suspicion that something underhand is going on in Sasso. Coin assay report. Copper core coated with amalgam. Ah, but this is interesting. Here's an outline description of how the forgeries are made. I'll have to study it more closely. We command Herr Ulrich to investigate and let no man stand in his way. This looks like the original safe conduct. It has the seal of the Passau alderman, but they certainly didn't pen this.
How do you know?
I recognize the hand. It's a Clement of Kaplitz, the high scribe of the Rosenbergs.
The Rosenbergs? Who's that?
A rich and powerful family in South Bohemia. Burgrave Henry III is a great rival of our King Wenceslas.
So what does all this mean?
Well, it certainly explains why your knight is so mysterious. Anyway, we should be careful. And we shall begin our investigation. The documents show they use silver amalgam for coating copper fakes. That's a lead we can follow.
What?
Silver amalgam. It's produced from quicksilver and silver.
Well, that doesn't sound like something just anyone can get hold of.
You're quite right. You will go to Sasso at once. Look around the forges in the city. Someone must be working copper for them. I, meanwhile, will take counsel with Sir Radzig and then follow after you.
Where shall we meet?
At the inn on Sasso Market Square. Good luck to you.
はい、というわけでササウで、働いている人がいるってことでしたので、早速そちらに向かいましょう。後でなんかみんなも引き連れて来てくれるみたいですね。というわけでお馬さんを呼んで早速ササウへ向かっていきたいと思います。あ、これちょっとキャンセルをできなかったみたいですね。じゃあちょっと仕方がないので戦っていきましょうか。何人いるんだろう。一人かな。どの辺だろう。いた。一人ですね。一人じゃない。三人ですか。ちょっと待って。三人か。まあでも一人一人がこれそんな強くなさそうなんで、あれですね。あ、よし、一人倒しました。この人が多分この3人の中でリーダー的な存在なのかな。すごく痛いですけれどもダメージ食らってるし。痛い。ちょっと待って。この囲まれてる感じがちょっとあれですよね。ちょっと難しいですよね。スタミナもすぐなくなるし。まあでもやっぱりアーマーしてないんで1回でだいたい殺せますね。あと1人ですね。よし。お倒した。よかった。じゃあちょっと追いはぎしていきましょうか。特にお金は持ってないみたいですね。剣か。ポーション持ってますね。あともう一人どこかにいたような。どこだっけ。怒っちゃったかな。あ、この人だ。このアンノンポーションって何でしょうね。ちょっと体力回復しておきますか。まあこれ回復しないんですよね。こっちにしとこうか。はい、じゃあちょっとササウへ向かいましょうか。はい、というわけで早速ササウに、到着しましたね。ちょっとどこから話しかけていいのかわからないんですが、ウリヒがなんかこの辺りにいるらしいので、ちょっと何かヒントをもらいに話しかけに行ってみましょう。どこだ？これか。
So, what did Master Pfeiffer have to say?
I consulted him and we definitely have a starting point.
Tell me more.
Master Pfeiffer found out they need copper sheets for the core of the coins and quicksilver for the the other part?
I see. They have such materials at the monastery.
Exactly. That's why I'm interested in the local forges.
Yes, that is good. Yesterday, I heard people from the craftsman's yard by the monastery complaining. They said they could not sleep at night because the blacksmith works all the time till dawn.
I see. That's certainly worth asking about. Have you heard anything else?
You said they use quicksilver. There is a painter lodging here who is painting the church in Ujits. I heard him complain also. He said that he went to the monastery for quicksilver and it was all gone.
Well, that's something to follow up as well. Thanks.
というわけで、壁画を描いてる人ですかね。が何か知っているのではっていうことでしたので、 この人か。そうですね。話しかけましょう。
Jesus Christ be praised.
I hear you've had some problems with the supply of quicksilver.
Problems? I should say so. For the third time this month they've told me they've none. There's no quicksilver to be had, they said.
And who exactly are you talking about? Who's holding back the goods on you?
The monastery overseer, or his assistant, more like.
So what did the overseer have to say to you?
Nothing. Apparently he doesn't deal in such trifles. Leaves it all to his assistant, the pompous git.
Surely such valuable material can't just vanish. Where can it be?
I wish I knew. Every time I ask for the red paint, there's a different reason why they haven't got the quicksilver to mix it. Once they said the goods never arrived, and another time that the wagon carrying it was ambushed. Then it went astray somewhere.
And you think they're lying?
Jesus, what do I know? But it seems pretty strange to me. 3 times in a row the same thing goes missing. There's bad luck and then there's something else.
Here, enjoy it.
What do you need quicksilver for?
I don't. They do. To mix up the red pigment for me. I'm painting the church in Ujits. Can you imagine how stupid those biblical scenes look without red?
Not really.
Then be glad you can't. My eyes hurt just to imagine it.
That's all I need to know for now.
Ah. But wouldn't you care to buy something before you go? Or play a game? I really need some money. I've been waiting here a while and my stay's getting expensive.
どうしよう。ちょっとじゃあサイコロで遊んでいきましょうか。
There's always time for some dice. Let's see what you can do.
Very well. Arch, guide my hand.
サイコロ久しぶりですね。いい手じゃないですか、これは。これと、こんな感じですかね。どうしよう。これでじゃあちょっと、記録しておきますか。2000点ですね。あと1000点か。
That's it.
ああ。いいですね。
I shouldn't I? No, I daren't.
As you ordered.
これいけるか。これもいけますね。この2はいけないか。はい。じゃあ、これでもう一回振っていきましょうか。1ですね。と5と5ですね。これでちょっとやめておきましょう。おー、いい手だ。
Money, money, money.
ああ、負けた。強くないですか、この人。
Henry, glad you came.
すげえな。じゃあちょっと目的の、人をちょっと訪ねていきましょう。あとまたなんかちょっとお腹空いてるみたいですね。なんか食わせてあげないとヘンリーが倒れてしまう。
God be with you.
Do you have any quicksilver in stock?
Who's asking?
Nobody. I'm just asking.
Then I don't have any.
That sounds almost as if you don't want to sell it to me.
It's not that I don't want to. It's that I can't.
ああ、戦うしかないみたいですね。
Bollocks. Tell me this instant what you've done with the goods.
Nothing! And I'd advise you to calm down. We're on hallowed ground.
You're a fine one to speak of hallowed ground, a lying thief in monastic robes. What next? A whore dressed as a nun?
This is blasphemy.
I'll give you blasphemy. I'm sure you know what our Lord did to the money changers in the temple.
What do you mean? You're not going to hurt me, are you?
Tell me what's going on here, and I won't have a reason to.
Jesus. But I didn't know anything about any counterfeiting.
For your sake, I hope that's true. Now tell me what's been going on.
I swear, I wouldn't normally do anything like that.
Get to the point.
They came for me at noon, directly to the office. The overseer was somewhere on his rounds. Some night, it was, without a crest, armed. He called himself Sir Jezek, and he had a lackey with him called Rapota, a scruffy fellow with a yellow cape. Always whistling he was. They told me they wanted all the quicksilver we order for the monastery. Of course, I told him that wouldn't be possible.
And then what? Did they threaten you?
Not at first. They tried to bribe me, and when I refused, they started threatening.
How did you hand it over to them?
I take it up the hill behind the monastery here. There's a big tree there with a small chapel underneath. Sometimes Rapota is there waiting for me. If not, I leave it there.
What did they threaten you with?
They said they know people in the monastery, that they'd have me thrown out and beaten for stealing.
And you had been stealing? I mean, before then?
You know how it is. I work my fingers to the bone and they pay me a pittance.
So they knew about you?
Yes, they knew my name, everything.
Very well. Thank you.
God be with you.
というわけで、トビアスですね、会いに行って、今の話をしていきましょう。右、こっちですね。だんだん日が落ちてきました。ササウやっぱり遠いですよね、ラッタイからは。端っこですもんね、お互い。この辺りみたいですかね。
Greetings. What do you need?
You look different, Master.
So as to fit in. I don't want it known that I'm in town.
Why?
I don't want to alarm our prey. Gossip spreads quickly, and if those scoundrels learn we're onto them, they'll flee.
That does make sense.
So what have you found out so far?
I found out where they get their quicksilver from. You were right, it was the monastery.
It was the only logical explanation.
It changed hands on the hill behind the monastery.
Have you been there to have a look around?
Not yet.
Maybe it would be worth the time.
I'll go and see.
And have you found out who's behind it?
Someone called Rapota.
Not much, but it's a start. At least it's not a common name. Listen, Henry, I had another thought on the way here. Those counterfeiters have to have a punch die to make the fake coins.
Yes, of course.
That's sophisticated work. There's a man I know who works at the monastery yard, Master Engraver Jerome of Silesia.
You don't suppose that he's...
No, not that, God forbid. I know him well. He'd never do anything like that. But he runs an engraving workshop, so he might have heard something.
Very well, I'll ask him.
But ask with tact. I don't want him getting offended. And I prefer you not to mention me at all.
I'll try to think of something. That's all.
Good luck to you.
では早速、なんて言うんだろう、工場？作業場ですかね。そちらを当たっていきましょう。なんかトビアスの知り合いみたいですね。 おっと、こっちから行った方がいいですね。
Yeah.
この辺ですかね。あ、こっちの扉から入るのかな。うい。上にいそうですね。上にいますね。
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
How goes the work, Master?
Getting there, getting there. You need something, my boy?
What are you doing here, anyway?
You're in an engraver's shop, my boy. We're engraving, of course.
Yeah, but engraving what? And what's it used for?
Oh, we engrave wood and stone as well as metal. Here in the monastery, it's mostly about decoration.
You've got quite a large workshop, Master. You don't do all the work alone, surely?
I'm usually here with my apprentice, Florian. Of course, by simple observation, you'll note that this is not currently the case, and I'm here alone, which means that either I'm a liar or something out of the ordinary has occurred.
I see. I think. So what's happened to Florian?
He shares the fate of the pharaohs for today. The fifth scourge of Egypt did smite him, the plague, or so his message advised me.
Jesus Christ, the plague?
Do remain calm. I'm quite certain the plague from which Florian is suffering wasn't a judgment from on high, or if it was a judgment on excessive drinking. I'm told such an ailment can be of truly biblical proportions.
What's he like, your apprentice, Florian?
I'm afraid that his exuberant youth has taken its toll. He's been acting strangely of late. I fear he has delusions of persecution.
I don't really know what you mean, at all.
Recently, for example, he told me that someone was following him. And the very next day he bought a padlock from the blacksmith and locked up his chest, as though I would ever sneak into it. In any case, why the interest? Are you looking for him?
Something like that.
May I ask why?
I have a message for him.
A message? Who would be interested in that wastrel? Other than his furious and deeply disappointed master, of course. About your question, you'll find him at home, no doubt feverishly dying. He sleeps in the baker's cellar.
Ah, thank you. Does Florian have any enemies?
A man such as he certainly owes money at every turn, and the parents of local girls are undoubtedly displeased with his attempts to propagate. However, most recently it was that fury from the baths who accosted him in quite a spectacular rage.
A woman from the baths? What did she do?
The harpy nearly tore all Florian's hair out. I don't frequently feel sorry for my ne'er-do-well apprentice, but on that occasion I made an exception.
Do you have any idea why she did it?
She was screaming about some girl, some flighty bathmaid, Esther. I would say that Florian had felt the joys of spring and acted accordingly, although one would have thought they'd be used to that sort of thing at the bathhouse.
Thank you. I'll leave you to your work.
はい、というわけで今回はダイアログが多くなってしまったのでこの辺りで終了していきたいと思います。バイバイ。